So there's a lot of anxiety and hatred with people. When I say hatred, I'm talking about the woke culture, but there's really hatred all over the place. And that type of feeling has grown over the decades, and especially with people in my generation and younger. So that manifests itself as people who call themselves black pilled, or people who are woke and they hate good people for the very sake that they're good. I'll touch on that in just a minute. So, what's happening? Well, you look at the education system, they don't teach people how to think. And, people are on their devices, and that's not, you don't learn anything. It's actually anti knowledge. You're actually taking away from your ability to learn how to speak to people, or how, reading books. So, you're taking away your ability to focus and to, focus and train your mind to form complete thoughts, or follow along somebody else's thinking and formulate your own thoughts from that. Um, there are exceptions, of course, but more and more people are, they're glued to their devices. The education system, the entertainment media, a lot of music, for example, they don't use proper grammar. So, people that are listening to this kind of music, they're programming their subconscious to accept sentence fragments and like this emotional attitude. A lot of rap music today is an attitude. Not all of it, of course, but a lot of it is. It's an attitude, and there's no complete thought. There's no rational thought. There's an attack on clarity. And what's happening is that whether on purpose or by accident, and when I say accident, I mean, people that are just following through their own programming. People's minds have been increasingly attacked. So when you don't have the ability to think, you'll lose confidence. You lose your own self-efficacy. You lose the basically you're losing your self-confidence in your ability to think, to make anything of yourself, to control your environment. And that leaves people to buy into the black pill ideology. Like you believe in some psychological deterministic set of outcomes that regardless of what you do, you can't really do anything. You can't really change yourself or change your environment because you believe that these are circumstances beyond your control. Or you also look, for example, at the wokeism, and there is a strain of nihilism there. And the reason why it's there is because you've got a lot of people who don't have any confidence in their ability to do anything about their situation. So they find whatever they can find. For example, if they're homosexual, for example, and they blame their personal problems on the discrepancy between their values and other people's values, and they say, well, I'm not who I want to be. I'm not where I want to be because society hates homosexuals, or they hate somebody for their skin color, et cetera, et cetera. And so what you have is nihilism. People begin to attack other people for the sake of what they perceive is their, inbuilt success. So an example of this is, again, a homosexual person attacking a straight person because they're straight. And I can go over so many specific examples of this. I mean, there's people who, that are in the whole trans thing. And I think that the whole reason why these men are competing in women's sports is to destroy the women's sports. It's actually it's a psychological impulse that they have to get at the root of something and destroy it. And that is exactly what nihilism is. the solution is people have to learn how to think. They have to learn how to have confidence in their ability to achieve whatever they want to achieve, despite whatever shortcoming, they have or think they have. And, maybe nihilism or black pill ideology is not so attractive. Now, you notice I use both black pill and wokeism because this problem, it pervades both the left and the right. And this is especially common with younger generations. And again, it's no accident. This is because of the education system. It's because of, I would say the abuse of technology, not necessarily the technology itself, but the abuse of the technology and entertainment media that has truncated the younger generation's ability to think, the ability to be virtuous, and their ability to change themselves, their environment in such a way that it's constructive for them, for their own personal lives. So, again, this type of stuff is fascinating. I get these ideas and I kind of just link them together and I'm thinking, oh, that's the reason why things are what they are. But anyway, I'll make more videos on this later. Like I said, it's a fascinating subject and I like to talk about it.